All right, we are streaming to YouTube. Here we go.
Biz Reboot with Biz Coach Claire, the podcast where we dive into the inspiring journeys of heart-centered entrepreneurs who are making a difference in the lives of their soulmate clients. Here's your host, Biz Coach Claire, an inspirational badass that loves helping entrepreneurs. Today, she has a special guest who's been transforming lives through their unique business approach. So grab that favorite beverage, get cozy, and let's jump into today's episode.
Woohoo! All right, today we have Ruth Pukaki in the house. So aloha, Ruth, coming from Kaimuki, Hawaii. And Ruth Pukaki, oh my gosh, she has such an inspirational story. So I love that she just jumped right in and is my first guest speaker on Biz Reboot here in July 2023. So welcome, Ruth.
Thank you. It's an honor and a privilege to be here.
Looking forward to having you share your story. So Ruth is a single mom of 7 kids, and she'll explain all of that. I don't want to give all the goodies away, but she is absolutely amazing. She's here to inspire others through her story and her journey. And so take it away. Go for it, Ruth. Tell us about your story.
Well, my name is Ruth Pukaki, and as Biz Coach Claire said, I am a single mom of 7 children. This is not my plan. This is not what I wanted. I only wanted 4 children, but God had other plans for me. I gave birth to my 5 children from my first husband, and that was an unhealthy relationship that left me emotionally drained, and I didn't even know who I was. And I actually got married kind of quickly after, and about a year afterwards, to my second husband, because I needed someone to protect me, my first husband. And 9 months after I was married to him, we took in his sister's 2 babies. They were 14 months old and 3 days old, straight from the hospital. I thought I was just helping as a new family member and that it'd be temporary. But when you're dealing with drug addictions, particularly ice, it's not common that they ever are able to overcome that to get their children back. So about 2 years into fostering the babies, I found myself in another unhealthy relationship, providing for a family of 9 alone. And I left him and took all 7 kids with me and chose to be a single mom. I was terrified, but at that time I had a great full-time job as a librarian teacher, and I loved my job, and it was flexible enough as a single mom with 7 kids. Then COVID happened, and I found myself with 7 children doing school from home on various schedules. And I was forced to resign because I couldn't handle my work and the kids at home. So I gave that up. And 4 years after getting the 2 babies, I was not allowed to adopt them alone. So that's how I ended up with 7 children. And with the resignment of my teaching job, library teaching job, I then decided to work from home and do my side business full time. But going from employed to self-employed is a steep learning curve, and coming from abusive relationships, there was a lot of mindset working on, self-worth working on, and it's been a journey, but I finally feel like I'm in a good place and excited for the future to come for the children and I.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. So, can you talk about you have a mission, you help your particular soulmate clients. You want to talk about that?
As a single mom, I understand where single moms are, and most times we just don't have a voice. So I chose to be a voice for them. When I was just a single mom of 5 children, I was working on my master's degree, a library information science, and I was walking through the main library in Honolulu, and I saw this woman with her 3 children in the courtyard area, and she was resting, and the kids are playing. And the first thing I thought to do was judge her. And I thought, why are these kids not in school? At least 2 of them were school age. And I quickly was chastised. And the feeling I got was, do not judge her. She does not know. She does not know that she is in a place of knowledge where she can get answers and help. I need you to teach my daughters. Man, that freaked me out. That's too heavy of a burden. I can't do it. I thought, I'm working on my master's. I'm just trying to take care of my own family. But that feeling never left me. And it was actually an open door when I was forced to resign from my job. That now, Ruth, you have the opportunity to inspire and impact other single moms that don't know what to do and just need you an example. If you can do it as a single mom with 5 children, if you can do a single mom with 7 children, they can do it as a single mom of 1. So my mission in life is to help other single moms to find joy in their life and success while going through doing hard stuff. And so I hope that through my example that I can inspire others to do the same.
I love it. Ooh, yes. And I love how you are so passionate about it. You can tell you still get emotional about it. And that vision is very powerful. And I can't wait for you to share your video with the audience. Those that are listening on Spotify later won't be able to see the video, but they can follow you on YouTube. Ooh, talk about your YouTube channel. I love watching your videos.
But my YouTube channel is kind of ignored. I'm more on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And eventually I'll post more to YouTube. Sorry about that.
Sorry, no. That's what I meant. Sorry, I meant your TikTok. Sorry,
No,
but yes,
that's fine. But I
I
do
love
have a
watching your
YouTube channel.
videos.
It's just ignored. I just have to post there too. But yeah, I do. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook most consistently.
Yeah, I love it. So it is so cute. Her kids are adorable, amazing. I got to spend time with them several times actually, and just such good kids. Like they're such they have good hearts, they're good fun. And I don't know, Ruth, you look like you're one of the kids when I see you hanging out with them.
Don't tell my children that. Because my oldest will be 20 next week and my youngest is 5.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Ruth has her hands full and she seems to get it all done. Like she's doing hard stuff and I love it. She is in my coaching program, so I see her twice a week and she is there. Like there's no excuse for Ruth. She shows up and she gives her 100%. So proud of you, Ruth, on your journey. You want to talk about your other business that you do with
So
your happy juice?
okay. Yeah, so I'm partnered with the mental wellness company, Amar Global. And when you're going through hard stuff, it's mentally draining and exhausting. As you can imagine, I've struggled with anxiety and depression, especially coming out of abusive marriages. And when I started seeing the abuse again, there are different forms of abuse, and I've been through it all. A lot of people don't realize that the emotional side of abuse is the most difficult to overcome. But so when I saw it again in my second marriage, the anxiety and depression started coming up again. But I had my natural supplements to help me to still function and go to work. And people had no clue that my marriage was failing. My coworkers didn't know until they're like, oh yeah, it's just me and the 7 kids. And they're like, what? When did this happen? We had no clue. You seem so happy and put together. And at that time, I didn't know what to say because it's hard to admit when you're struggling. And for me, I got a lot of pride in that sense where to tell that I'm having a hard time and not happy is difficult because I identify myself as a happy person. I did have someone recently tell me that, oh, you're so strong to leave the abusive marriage. And I said, no, I wasn't strong. I lucked out. I was released from that abusive marriage. In the sense where he did something, had another woman and introduced that woman to my children, where then I realized something was wrong. And I stood up for my children. For some reason, I could stand up for my kids, but I struggled for years to stand up for myself. And it's because with the physical, the sexual abuse, there's that emotional and mental abuse that keeps you linked in hope that things will get better. I'm a very hopeful person and I try to look for the positive sides of things. And so I was kind of stuck. And back then with my first ex-husband, I didn't know, Mari wasn't there. This mental wellness company wasn't there. But with my second marriage, it was. So when I started having heart pains, I had something for my heart. When I struggled to focus or get out of bed, I had my, my happy juice. And, anytime things get hard, I have something to kind of just pick me up and get me out the door and keep functioning because it's hard. Parenting is hard, but when you're a single mom, it's harder. During COVID was extremely hard. I had 7 children from senior in high school all the way to preschool. So, I basically had a school in my own house. And I had to keep being mom. I had to keep being there. There are times I didn't leave my room. The curtains never opened. My house clutter just piled up. It was hard. And those are the days I forgot to take my supplements. And the days that I did, I'm able to get up, smile. Okay, kids, let's go. My kids notice when I have my happy juice and when I don't. When I don't, the stress and the pressure just get to me and I'm yelling constantly, like, what? I'm not always calm. But when I have my happy juice, I'm able to then handle that stress. I'm able to speak nicely and quietly to my kids. Yes, I can still scold them, but I'm able to come back down. And that's something that I'm really grateful for. I partnered with Amari to help other people. Little did I know I was the one that needed the most help.
I love it. Oh my gosh. So the happy juice, there's other moms out there maybe that are feeling like, oh yeah, they need a happy juice throughout the day. So where can they get it? It's on that link that you have in the description? Perfect. So click that link.
And it says happy juice. And then we also have supplements to help with children with their happiness as well as focus, because there are options out there that are not natural and that have really negative side effects where kids are not themselves anymore. But with our supplements, kids are able to focus and still be themselves. And I just love that we have that option.
Love it. Awesome. All right, Ruth, any advice for the single moms out there?
There's lots of advice. And one thing that I think is the most important, is you're one person doing a job for two people. Be kind to yourself, because it's hard. And it's okay. I didn't wash my car for years because I said that is just one thing I can't do. And it's okay. You know, things happen and you just take one thing at a time. Just what helps me is trying to think, how do I want my children to remember me? Do I want them to remember me as a mom that always yelled at them? Do I want them to remember me as a mom that always had them cleaning the house? Or do I want them to remember me as a mom who was there for them, that was there for them at every event, every performance, band performance, sports event, you know, that cheered them on in their successes and picked them up when they were low? What kind of mom do you want to be? Focused on that, because we can't be mom and dad completely, and it's okay. It's okay not to be perfect, because no one is.
Love it. Ooh, such good advice. I love it. Can you share your video that you have, and then we'll
Sure.
close out from there. So yeah, Ruth has this cute video that she has posted on social media, and I wanted her to share it because this about sums it up. Here we go.
Hang on, I forgot to
Reset it.
make
Okay.
volume.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
it's
there you
on
go.
already.
Okay.
Okay, oops. Sorry.
I mean, let's be honest. If they truly knew what you were up against right now, they would be wondering how you were still smiling, how you were still doing the things you're doing. That says a hell of a lot about you. I mean, come on now. We're going to turn them I can'ts into I can, because you will get through this. And understand that this was not meant to break you. You were strong enough to withstand this. Others would have crumbled. But look at you. You're doing one hell of a job. I mean, let's be honest.
I love it. Ruth, looking at that, what's your thoughts?
When I made that video, I made it to inspire and help others. But after I put it together, I realized I'm doing okay.
You're doing amazing. Oh my gosh, Ruth, your kids are amazing. You're doing so good. I've known you for several years now, and I just see you getting stronger and better, and the best is yet to come. So inspirational. Thank you so much for being here today. I just love and appreciate you so much. So yes, Ruth is one of the people in my high vibe tribe. We meet twice a week. Feel free to join us. Visit my website at www.bizcoachclaire.com. Any other remarks, Ruth?
No, thank you so much.
Oh, thank
It's such a
you.
privilege to work with you.
Awesome. Thanks, Ruth.